So idile we have to understand the meaning of all these, right? And the chapter is subject is for 100 marks, correct? And how much marks do you get to your question paper for? The question paper is around 135, correct? No options ella irukke, right? Along with that, your question paper is for 135 marks. And இப்போ இந்த நியூ சிலபஸ்ல JIGL எவ்வளோ chapters இருக்கு total? 14 chapters, right? You can understand that எல்லா chapter தான important இருக்கு. From any chapter, average na you will get 10 marks of questions, right? But it will not come like this. எல்லா chapterல 10 marks அந்த மாதிரி வராது. ஒரு chapterல sometimes you get 25 marks. And one chapterல maybe 5 marks. But all the chapters are important because there are only 14 chapters. This is one thing that I wanted to tell you. Next thing is your jurisprudence. One thing is, what is the meaning of juris? Juris is law. And what is the meaning of jurisprudence? That is the meaning of knowledge. Jurisprudence, we are talking about knowledge of law. Interpretation is going to talk about how to understand that written law. The part which is written, how to understand. This entire subject we'll be studying what is the law saying, why the law was Andaman. Now, first of all, tell me, why do you think law important in our country or in our society or in our law ke thevenner? What is the use of having law? Example would you like to give me? Supposing there is no law. Imagine if there is no law. There will be violence. Very good. Without law, na, there will be violence. Yeah, please. Very good. One major thing, one simple example we can use. Road safety thing, which is there because of law. Let me be very frank with all of you. If there was no law, will you people wear helmet? Most of us will not. Will we people stop at traffic signals? In that, our morality doesn't come. We don't understand in the right irkana appadi dana panno, wrong irkana appadi dana panno. We will not do. What we will think? Okay, we'll do now, no problem. But if the law says something, we have to follow. Why are we following the law actually? Don't follow now, what is the problem? If you don't wear a helmet or you don't stop at red light, there is a law, don't stop and you go. But you're stopping. Why are you dying? You are not stopping because of accident. Am I right or wrong? Because for us, nothing will happen. For me, nothing will happen. I will manage. But why are we stopping? We are caught. We have to pay something called the punishment which law has given. Other than we are maintaining or we are following something the law has been. Able to understand this basic thing. Now I'll give you a few more examples, few more cases, more of an introduction. Think about it, okay? Don't just listen to me. People are attending face-to-face class or online. All of you are attending face-to-face class? Face-to-face class? Okay, but face-to-face or you are sitting at home and doing live recording. Re-recording is different. Face-to-face with recording is different. But you are coming face-to-face, right? You traveled so much, taking the effort to come and sit in this, right? But if you come sit over here and only watch me, you can as well sit at home and attend online. No difference in life. Sir, no? You're sitting over here, what is the benefit that you get? Face-to-face, benefit? Interaction. You can ask. You can raise your hand. You can tell me the doubt. The doubt irukku. Don't do that, na? It's waste coming face. Or no? Right? You can, if you have to see and write, na, mobile le, laptop le, ask questions, ask your doubt. Okay. I want the class to be more of company law and jurist both. I want the class to be more of a discussion than me teaching this is right, this is wrong, study this. Should question, and in that way, I will also get to learn much more than what I. Okay, I never have the attitude in Allah because changing. So please ask questions. It will help me also, and it will help you also in the future. So now let's try to understand about the sources of law. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is which religion do you all belong? All of you belong to Hindu religion. Now some of us might be belonging to Hindu religion, some of us might be belonging to Muslim religion, Islamic religion, some of us might be Christians, right? Can we change our religion? Possible in India to change our religion? Yes or no? So who is giving us that right? Law has given us that right. Am I right or wrong? Under the law, we have a right to change our. Any of you will do? Of you wants to change the religion? Should never ever do. Most of us. In fact, I would almost say all of us will never ever change our religion. In our country, our religion is the very, very important thing. Not something lightly like changing clothes and the madri. Right? Religion is like very important. We will stick to our own religion. But still, law gives us the opportunity that you have a right to change your religion. Now, let us take a situation. As a Hindu, this question is for the boys especially. How many marriages can you do at a time? How many wives can you have at a time? One. According to the law, it is one only, right? Under Islamic law, I'm not very well aware of Muslim, but still, how much I know according to my knowledge, as in Muslim personal law, how many wives can you have at a single time? You cannot even say the name. It is actually 4. Okay, you can have up to 4 wives at a single time, right? Now just imagine there is this in a neighborhood there is this Hindu guy saying he has only 1 wife. The next door ledana there is a Muslim guy and he has 4 wives. As a Hindu guy, will he sometimes feel jealous? My God, he can keep 4 wives. Law gives you the chance. Also change. He can also keep 4 wives. Can he do that or not? If he changes his religion, can he keep 4 wives? Yes or no? Answer. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm generally asking a question. Answer. Changes to Muslim religion, he can have 4 wives also, right? So this right is given to us by law. Now, what was the problem? Have you heard of this actor called Dharmendra? Hema Malini, Deol, Sunny Deol, Bobby Deol. Kamalinia. How do you not even know her? Okay. So there is this actor called passed away sometime back. You people don't know Hema Malini also? Adley you have seen. Can I share the same birth date? Hema Malini was born in Madras state, now in Tamil Nadu. Tamil for movies. Dharmendra, the person who died, have you seen? He was like was a Punjabi guy from Punjab, and he was a very, very, very famous actor in Bollywood. Okay, so his have you heard of this movie, Sholay? Have you heard of this movie? Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmendra acted in that movie, major blockbuster of Bollywood. This guy Dharmendra, okay, let's forget about it. I'll just tell you the story. So this guy Dharmendra was from Punjab, a Hindu guy, and he was already married. He was married to a lady called Prakash Deep Kaur, I think, and they had two. They had two kids, but two are famous kids. Deol, Bobby Deol, both are in the movie industry. Both are very famous actors. After that, they started shooting for a movie called Sholay. Sholay was the main very hit movie. That Hema Malini was the actress. Falls in love with Hema Malini. It's a real thing which I'm telling you. He falls in love with Hema Malini. And Prakash Deep Kaur, his first wife, is not agreeing to give divorce to her husband. Now, what will Dharmendra wanted to marry Hema Malini? Under Hindu custom, cannot marry once again, right? He has to divorce his first wife and then only marry. So what Dharmendra did? Converted to Islam. Converted to Islam, kept the name, some name, kept Dilna, like that he kept. And even Hema Malini converted to Islam. They followed only Hinduism. On paper, they converted to Islam, and then both of them got married. And then they had two kids also, two daughters also. Movie stars. Now, do you think right, or do you? I mean, think from a societal moral perspective. If every Hindu starts converting to Islam, get married, have one more, will it be okay for the society? Ultimately, it's not okay for the society. Adake apro, therapy, people understood, like, this, we have to understand what is happening in society, and then according to then we have to change the laws. So we understood that in the society it is not correct if this practice is continued. Apro tirpi or law vandache that for converting to another religion only for the purpose of getting married, it is not happened after Dharmendra already got. Adake apro, now if you want to convert just for marriage, it's not allowed under, to understand what is happening the law, then we understand how it is impacting the society, and then again we change it. This is basically a duty. You have to have knowledge of the law, how it is affecting the society, and change it. It's clear? Sure. Second concept, some things which may not be societally accepted. Have you heard of live-in relationship? All of you have heard of live-in relationship. What is a live-in? Not getting married and staying together as a couple, right? இப்போதானே இது எல்லாம் சிட்டிஸ் எல்லாமே ரொம்ப நார்மல் ஆயிடுச்சு. பாம்பேல, டெல்லியில, பெங்களூர், very, very normal that you are having a live-in relationship. Whether it is correct, whether it is not correct is totally different concept. But law is recognizing in relation. Now, later on, if some issues, some situations come, law may make some changes to that. Alright. Third thing is another is your, what do you call it? LG, right? LGBTQ. LGBTQ. Before it was not accepted, LGBT marriages in our country. Yes or no? Some years down the line, LGBT, are you all aware? Same sex marriage. boys, girls. So when it is two boys together or two girls together, their same-sex marriages were never ever acceptable in our country and society. We didn't have laws, but now the law itself was passed that yes, it is acceptable because the society needed such kind of a what people. Kripa Shankar, don't keep hiding your face. Next topic is your. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? Are you aware of what is surrogacy? Okay. For the people who don't know, I will just quickly explain what is surrogacy. Surrogacy is something where you are not able to have a child normally. The woman is maybe some having some or whatever it is, not able to have a child normally. Have you heard of test tube? So in surrogacy law, what happens is that the guys and the girls think it is put in an embryo, and that embryo is planted in some other woman's uterus. Are you able to understand this? Actresses and all mostly. So the embryo is planted into some other uterus. It is basically like taking the uterus of a third female on rent, and your baby is growing in someone else's. This is what is surrogacy. Till 2021, surrogacy was allowed in India. There were a lot of actresses. Angelina Jolie, Angelina basically had a surrogacy baby via surrogacy. Most of our actresses are having baby via surrogacy. There can be many reasons. Now, why was surrogacy allowed in India? Why do you think surrogacy should be allowed in India? Yes or no? What do you feel? Yes. Why yes? If someone cannot get a child because of some medical issue, health issue, at least they should have an option of having their own child and not adopting or something, right? Have that option. So surrogacy was good only actually. Gave opportunity for the couples who could not have babies in a normal way to hire the uterus of someone else who was healthy and have the baby. But problem what happened was in India, as usual, what happens? Population will start use always in a wrong way. So what started happening with this surrogacy? Now a lot of actresses, not just actresses, all the rich, high-profile people, they were like, don't want to go through the pregnancy ourselves because the figure gets spoiled. Rather pay money and get our own baby, right? Now in this paying money thing, this became like a commercial surrogacy, right? Pay money, get the thing done. You're paying money to which kind? Paying money to very poor women only who need money. And then slowly, what started happening? People started coming from outside, from US, from Australia, New Zealand. Couples started coming over here and hiring these people for surrogacy, hiring this surrogacy. Because over there it is probably costing 5 crore, here it is probably costing 30 lakh. 10, 20 lakh you give a woman, poor, has to carry a baby for 9 months, gets that 10, 20. Mediators, people who connect such people, they were also making 10, 20. And then in this situation, what they saw was that those women, poor women, were being, what do you say, dominated. They were being abused. Abused, appadidana, the family started treating them like a money minting. Started making them go for 3, 4 surrogacies. Every year they started making for surrogacy, which was having a toll on her health and everything. Ultimately, the government realized that this cannot continue because people are making bad use of it. Something like kidney transplant if someone needs, right? For and all, anyone could give this kidney to anyone. Now it is very strict. Otherwise, how it will happen? All the poor, any poor person you get your kidney, I will pay you this. And the Madri thing, what happened? Racketing. You're aware of all this organ racketing. There is one that all the people, all that one kidney then there was so much of fraud thing happening in this. Without their knowledge itself, the kidneys taken out by the doctor. Without their knowledge, that be taken out and were sold because of all this issue. Government. Same thing for surrogacy laws also. Sometimes what used to happen that couple used to pay money to the poor woman that and when the baby used to be born, supposing the baby has some issue, to abandon the. There were many movies on. I did not was there. Not sure of the Tamil movie. Any movie on this subject. You understood the concept, right? What is happening in this? So because of these, in 2021, there was a ban on surrogacy. Why did they ban the surrogacy? Because of all these issues, dominance, uh, kids used to be abandoned. It was getting a wrong use. Now surrogacy, it is banned only. How surrogacy is allowed till now? It is allowed. What type case is allowed? No, only if your family or blood relative is agreeing to be your surrogate without taking any. And the Madhuri surrogacy. For example, if it is if the woman's own sister or it is the husband's own sister agreeing to be a surrogate and only take care of the Madhuri situation till now is allowed. But commercial surrogacy without knowledge, I mean without relation, if you banned. So this all, why I was telling you all these laws was make you understand that it is not just about knowledge of law. You have to have knowledge of law and then how the society thinks it is working out and then bring out one more law on this. Is that okay? Yes or no? All of you to open your. Okay. Now, coming to this, what is law? This chapter which we are doing is a simple chapter on sources of law, right? Law, what is law? Has been provided under Article 13. It says law includes any, it includes what all things? Mark this important, no? Law includes any ordinance. You can write this down, please. The ordinance, order, bylaw, rule, regulation, notification, custom having in the territory of India. Law includes ordinance, bylaw, rule, regulation, notification, custom or usage having the territory of India. The four. Now, what is law is including what all things they are asking. See, number one is your ordinance. What is ordinance? Ordinance is something where the law is made, how the law is made. Have an idea about that? Study how. I was asking. I have to ask your name, then only. How is the law made? First, passed and passed through Lok Sabha. क्या pro? क्या pro? President has to sign it. The क्या pro? Notified in the official gazette. Okay. So parliament has to be in session for the law to pass. Correct. But supposing when parliament is not in session and there is something important which has to be done, emergency, on the timely what will happen? There is something called ordinance passed. That ordinance is directly passed by the president. What happens in ordinances? Supposing the parliament is not in session, president directly approves the bill and it becomes law. Aditya, when the parliament comes in session, that time parliament will approve that. Is that okay? Either it will approve or it will not approve. Does not approve now, it will not be approved. If it approves now, it becomes law. So ordinance is also a part of law because it is passed in emergency by the president directly when the parliament is not in session. So that is what is ordinance. Order is what the central government is giving. Bylaw is basically sub-laws, what all the committees. Rule regulation is also similar. It is basically what the on the local level bodies are doing. So all these things is inclusive is making something called law. Law in force includes laws passed or made by a legislature. What is legislature? Okay. Legislature means set of rules. Find out what is legislature. There is something called then there is called. When I say find out, it basically you can use whatever you to chat GPT and tell me. Tell me what you understand. Don't just blatantly from that. What is legislative? What is executive and what is judiciary? Correct. Who are that group of? Okay. They are the people who make and very good. Executing is basically someone who's executing it, right? So in our country, who is the legislature? Making or amending the law, it is parliament, no? You've heard no legislative assembly. Civics, have you read? Legislative assembly. Who are those two bodies? Lok Sabha and executive means what? Putting law in action. Who are that executives? Okay. Who is judiciary? Basically, judge if the interpretation, execution of law has been done properly or are in courts. What all type courts are there in our country? First is your the kya pro? All the lower courts we can say. Big court, the lower court. Now coming back. Now read this. Laws passed or made by legislature or other competent authority. In our country, the parliament. Some other country, it can be whatever. It can be any other authority. In the territory of India, before the commencement of constitution, and not pre, notwithstanding that any such law or any part thereof may not then in operation either at all or in particular areas. Basically, they are saying that whatever law is law in force, basically law which is made by legislature, which is there in force in our law is not static. What do you mean by static? It is not like அப்படிதான் இருக்கு இந்த மாதிரி இல்ல. Four examples which I gave you changed. Examples which I tried to change surrogacy laws was adalayo change one, correct? The law is not static, means not like fixed. It can be changed. Read this, no, law is not static, rather laws changes in order to uh, rather law changes fit the requirements of society. Okay? The four examples which I gave you was basically law changing to adapt to the society. Live-in relationship, not even heard of 50 years back. Now there is a law because society ki need irukku. Law about information technology. Before, information technology was not there. Now new law is there for it. Consumer Protection Act. It was there according in 1986 at a different level. Now it is 2019 is in e-commerce purchases. The law keeps. It provides what justice? What do you mean by socio-economic? Socio-economic of equality. Economic is more about seeing the levels of the people, poor, rich, middle class, and socio is making the societal thing is correct, or that is what we call it as socio-economic. Poor people adjust. It removes the imbalances, the existing structure, and replaces it with what justice? Social justice. So, existing law, if we are feeling that poor people are, like say for example, a long time back, the laws were made for the benefit of women. Correct? Why? Because they were the downtrodden section of the society. What did they do? They removed the imbalances in the existing. It cannot be told in our society that no, man and woman is same, so we will have same laws for everyone. Madhuri, it will not work out in our. We remove the imbalance in the existing structure by giving more rights to the women. More laws were made for the women, so that this is the existing structure. Same thing for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and other backward class. They get more reservations and because make sure that they are also getting an equal opportunity. For social justice be there for all the parties and the mindset. Achieves the socio-economic goal which is enshrined in the constitution. Have you all heard of constitution? Have you heard of constitution? What is constitution? Do you know there is a constitution? There is a constitution. Right? What does the constitution? This is our right. Our fundamental comes from constitution. We have fund. Do you all know about the fund? Right to move, right to this. We also have fundamental. Yes or no? Fundamental rights na ellarke theriyum. Fundamental duty irukku. One duty, can you tell me what is your vote? Respect the national anthem. National anthem. stand up. So, socio-economic goal is there in our constitution. Our constitution wanted our country people that there should be social justice for all. And the poor people get the same justice the rich people are. The prevailing law of society is in conformity to customs and aspirations of the whatever law is running right now in society according to the people. Correct? Right now, what is the customs of the people? Customs of the people. What are you following? What is your culture? What are your mindset? Madri, there should be a law. What are you aspiring for? The aspirations like something as simple as you all want to vote. There are many countries where women were not allowed to vote or drive. That time we thought that there was an aspiration in that country for wanted to vote. Then that law used to come into the picture. Right? Now, LGBT community would have felt that we are having an aspiration that government should recognize our marriages. After only that law was passed because there was a aspiration of the everyone involved that it should be passed. Right now, also we keep talking about so many things. Like say, for example, we talking government should have a rule that school fees and all should be governed. And the Madri will keep talking, right? Hospitals, there should be some cap. This is aspiration. So, is that okay? Okay, yes. Now, what is the relevance of law in civil society? These are the 5 schools of thought. Tell you all. Jurisprudence is a little dry subject in most of the cases. It is not like company law, still I can make it a lot more interesting. Also interesting. Jurisprudence is a little dry paper. Show me your dull, dead faces yawning, not trust me, start yawning. Try to take a little more interest, ask some questions, ask some doubt, okay, or tell some examples if I'm telling. Try to get a little more involved to make this subject more lively, right? I did not create this subject. The subject was already created. I did not put it in your syllabus also. Already put. I did not force you people to do CS. You only chose to do CS. Yes or no? And I did not force you people to come here, sit with me and study. You only are doing it willingly. Everything is by your own wish. I am not responsible in all these or pressure. Is that okay, Kripa Shankar? Why you always sit on that chair only? Yeah. Your chair khali. And then you will try to hide behind that person. Not hiding. These are the 5 schools of thoughts: natural, positivistic, historical, sociological, and realist. Now let's come to this jurisprudence. The word jurisprudence is all of you together loudly, this first paragraph. What I told you, right? What is jurisprudence? Not about studying any one law, statute. It's about entire concept of why law, what law, why this case, how it is helping the society out is the meaning of the word jurisprudence. It has changed over a period of time as the boundaries of this jurisprudence is a study relating to law. Now there are 3 schools of jurisprudence which we are going to study today. One is your analytical, one is your sociological, and one is your teleological. What is analytical? It concentrates on abstract theory of law, trying to discover the elements of pure science, place jurisprudence on the sure foundation of objective factors which will be universally true not on the shifting sands of individual preference of particular ethical or sociological views. First of all, the language is very technical, okay? You have to pick keywords, write the answer in your exam, remember the keywords. Is that okay? You're writing something written? What is analytical? Analytical is like logical. Analytical is like logical. We generally we say this, no? Like this is a very classic issue between a man and a woman. Man always tries to think in a logical and practical way. The women will always bring an emotional angle to everything. Correct? So what is the analytical jurisprudence? Analytical jurisprudence, like where you see the science. This is the logic, this is how it should be, that is how it should be. We are not talking about moral, the correct irke, correct illa, and the madri. One example, the speed limit drive on the roads of India is 60 km per hour. So how the analytical jurisprudence will see it? Limit is 60 km per hour. Follow it. Who has made this law? Court has made this. Don't follow this law, other than a fine. That's all that they will. They will not think, why 60 km per hour? Highway is good, road is good, there is no traffic, my one day is good. Why not 100 km per hour? And the Madri, this analytical not think. They will only think this is law, this you have to do, that's how it is made. Very logical, very practical, no moral, ethical, sociological. Are you able to understand this? So it is something like, why SC, ST, OBC get any reservation? Everyone is equal. That is their point of. I mean, they don't reason it. What I'm trying to say is they don't reason it. If the law is like everyone is equal, like everyone is equal. If they say SC, ST will get quota over here, get some reservation over here, and I'll just like made this law, court made this. You have to follow it. Okay, done. This is the logical way of looking at things. They don't ask questions. They don't see the socio-ethical angle. This is what is your analytical jurisprudence, pure science. Logical, pure science. They don't, not on the stands of individual preference. What does this mean? They will not. Like individual preference, they are not going to think about it. This is the law, it is equal for everyone. And the Madhis. Next is your sociological jurisprudence. It highlights these are the various thoughts of laws. Chapter we will be studying about various philosophers on what they have told about the various laws. Studied all this, I mean, not for law, but some subject you maybe management. Have you ever studied management, business studies? The commerce student, after plus two, like, what else? What subjects you had in plus? Economics, commerce, accountancy, science. நீங்க ரெண்டு பேர் study anything. Commerce, what was the subject? What did you feel? Company director. College level also you never studied management. that will be there. No, that topics will be there. No, business studies madri topics will be there, illa. And the direction, Taylor's rules, exactly, Taylor's rules. For me, it has been 20. For you people, recently you have studied Taylor's management. And the madri, management theories will be there, right? So the idea is we are studying about the history. We are studying about in the philosopher Enna Sonna law pati. What was this philosopher's idea about this? What was this philosopher's idea about this? That is what we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, about what is the idea of various philosophers, various schools of thought solvanga illa. Madri irke, like one person is having a school of thought is analytical, one person then a sociological, one person is very uh, teleological, and the madri schools of thoughts is there. That is what we are. Second concept where the sociological comes is it highlights the limitations of pure science of law and says that since the very purpose of existence of law is to furnish why is there law. So sociological jurisprudence is asking, yeah, law irke. Why do we need law? Analytical is like, okay, this is the law, this they have made, this is the fine, say follow panla. Logical jurisprudence will ask, why do we need law? What is the use of law? Law is done for what? It is done for made for society only, made for our benefit only. That is what they are asking. They are asking, what is the purpose for this law? The purpose is that you should answer social problems. Some knowledge of the problem is necessary. You know, they are saying to answer the question, first you must understand what the problem is. Hence, to answer or give solution regarding the definition of law, one must understand what is the problem, the current definition of. Basically, coming back to the example which I surrogacy law is there. Now, sociological jurisprudence saying current definition. But why are we making laws? We are making law that can answer to the social problems that we are facing. So, under this law, enna prachan irke? Prachan enna irkena that the women are being abused. They are being misused. The babies are getting abandoned. This, and in general, it is not creating a good thing for the society. The first law, you cannot just get for getting married, you cannot just convert to Islamic religion. These were the issues which was there. Now they are saying sociological jurisprudence is saying, we will understand what the problem is and then we will answer that problem. That is what. So how we should look at law? Society, what law can solve the mindset. Loudly, still loud. That law, small law it is. There's one case law. I'm not getting the exact document. This part, the judgment prohibited the practice, first line, top. The judgment prohibited the practice of converting to Islam in order to form a valid second marriage where the first Hindu marriage is still in force. It violates section 494 of Indian Penal. There's just one case now, the main concept was something else. So yeah, that's what they are saying basically. Yeah, what you are saying, no, if you want to convert to Islam and then marry the first, there's no problem. Why are you smiling? He's so happy. Okay. So basically, the concept is that not get converted to Islam. The idea was very simple. You are a Hindu, get married. Then you want to you want to marry a second. You don't divorce your wife and you convert to Islam and you get married. It's like it's a mockery of the system. Such you are making the system a fool. The wife is, you are no longer a Hindu. The first wife is suffering. The madrina, it will be so easy to have 3-4 wives for someone. Convert to Islam, get married, someone else again. This concept point had to be stopped by the society. If you're converting to Islam for your own religious reasons and all that, it's okay. Just to convert to another religion, to get married to someone is something very bad actually. That had to be. Same thing for surrogacy also. You really need a kid and you have someone from your personal family circle who's ready to do it, na unno mein prachana illa. But getting someone on rent, hiring that person and then misutilizing that person was not good because poor people only were. That is what is your sociological. Sociological jurisprudence talks about what is the problem in society, how to solve it, whether the existing thing or not. Third is what? Teleological law. It is a mere collection of facts concerning social life is of no avail. Law is the product of human reason and is intimately related to the notion of purpose. This school seeks to find the extreme ends which the law should follow. Someone try to explain me what are they trying. The meaning of teleological is just mere collection of facts. Basically, it is talking about goals. What does it mean by goals? According to teleological law, you not just think about what is right, what is wrong, what is analyzed. You have to think about what should be the goal of this. What should be the social goal? What should be goal? Basically means what? What is the meaning of goal? End result. Correct. Basically, what teleological school of just saying is that you should focus more on the end result. So I'll give you this example of red light traffic signal thing from this. The first analytical jurisprudence, how will you traffic lights, traffic rules, traffic laws are there. How will analytical jurisprudence see? Red light means stop. Green light means go. Who told this law? Court told this law. If I don't follow, adada fine. Okay, agree. That is how analytical jurisprudence sees. Sociological jurisprudence says, I read only stop. Okay. You all know the reason why red light only stop. Red color is like it is in general in the mind as a danger color, emergency, danger. Yeah, there's a reason behind, there's physics behind it. Red is basically the moment we red, we immediately think it will become alert. We are in emergency, so it's like stop. That is how our brain reacts. Basically, the whole science behind. So there is a reason why it is done. Now, why sociological jurisprudence, like why people have to stop? Have to stop because own good. This problem is that if everyone is traffic is also moving, people are also moving, and they are waiting, crossing, might lead to issues. Sociological view of seeing things. They will see what the problem is, how to answer that question. Teleological view is they will see the goal. Okay, if we do this sauna, what will we get? Lesser accident. More safety will be there on the road for kids. or walking on. That is how they will. Are you able to understand this? First will analyze it. Second will be like sociological things. Okay, this is how it should be. How we should answer a question. Teleological is if we do this, na goal in what is the end result? End result is less road. Surrogacy laws changed. What is the end result? Women will not be misutilized. Kids will not be abandoned. Okay. And the Madri, the teleological law only the goal, the end result. Able to understand other three ways thoughts of analytical, social, and teleological. On to the next. Natural school of thought. These are the rights inherent in human nature, universally understood through human beings. Religion has significant influence on the school of thought, higher dependency on moral laws. There's a fundamental link between morality and law. All of you know what is morality? What is morality? Moral science, did you have a subject ever in? That is why your generation. Our generation compulsory one subject that moral science. People never heard. As kids, no, in third standard, had a moral science. Not EVS. Moral science was little different. Environmental EVS is more like I think they include value system also in that. But for us, it was very different. It was only they will tell stories in which they will tell honest, kind. Thought is like, what did they teach you? Not general knowledge. That is what. That is not moral science. Moral science was focused on building your moral character. Moral character is basically honesty, discipline, integrity, not cheating someone, not lying to someone, um, those kind of. That is what moral science. What is morality? Morality is what? Morality, human morals, being honest, having integrity, doing the right thing. And I think all of us know what is the right thing. Just that we choose what we want, but inside, if you ask, no, you all know what is the right thing. No, no. If you see someone is walking in front of you, 500 rupees note drops from his pocket. What is the right thing to do? From your pocket 500 rupees notes drop when you are walking? What I will do? Morality is take it and turn it back to that person. I know it is right. This is what is morality. But there is no morality. So what they are saying is there is a fundamental link between morality and law. What is morality? Law also should be supporting that only. Right? If you say something to me and I get very annoyed at you, supposing Lokesh, you say something which I don't like, what will I do? I take one knife and I. Is that morality? No. So law also supports that. That morality and law has to go hand in hand. What is not correct, law will also say that killing is wrong. Can be done under whatever circumstance. This honor killings happen, no? All of you know about this honor killing, right? The your daughter of your house or the sister goes and gets married to someone else, other community. They run away, marry, and they actually both the people. What honor killings? Can it be justified ever? It can never be justified against morality. So law also will support it. That is why they are saying morality and law go hand in hand. Able to understand? No? I'll give you a small break and then we will start this four theories. Ancient, medieval, Renaissance and modern. Have you read this words in history? Ancient history, medieval history, Renaissance period, and modern period. Modern history. What was in modern history? Yeah, modern history was about British rule. Correct? Medieval was about Mughals. What we read at least. Ancient history was about more further. I'm not some Renaissance, Socrates. Few people remember what you studied?